Should qualifying for sports include what's in your shorts? And they're canceling hockey season, and wokeism is the reason. A Canadian university, they have 2 of them now, has scrapped its intramural ice hockey program after an equity audit deemed it wasn't inclusive and accessible enough. And it also discriminated against trans women, as each game has 3 periods. I don't get it. Terrible. Oh, it just gets worse. Officials at Mount Royal University, who hasn't done that, said the move was based on several factors, such as sense of belonging, participant behavior, who the program was built by, with, without, and for, equipment requirements, skill requirements, participant fees, ice time cost, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no hockey equipment and ice time is expensive, but there's something more to this. But this is why I only played nude chess as a teen, which was dangerous because I tripped and fell on the pieces many times, Tyrus.
On purpose.
Yeah, I was a clumsy lad. But I'm sure administrators probably don't want to show their face on campus now, much like this guy. But enough about sports. Let's talk about the Boston Marathon. That was a great joke.
I loved it.
This Boston Marathon, not a sport. No? So everybody's like, we don't care, Greg. Boston Marathon will now allow runners to enter as non-binary without having to register in the men's or women's divisions. Plus, they will have their choice of porta potties. Wow, tough crowd today. That one cracked me up at the office. But a key point to the new rules, race organizers have chosen the women's qualifying times as the non-binary standard. So does that mean the male to female trans will have an edge in qualifying? Oh. Who knows? But the race takes place in April, which should give Leah Thomas plenty of time to train and shave her gonads. So now they clap. Hey. Oh my gosh, this is a tough crowd. Tyrus, okay. Come on. How can they do this to hockey? It's the only sport left that white people have. And by white, I actually mean Canadian.
Yeah, because brothers are playing in NHL and you probably haven't watched in a while, but it's all good. Listen, so one person who couldn't skate and didn't save their Pell Grant to buy gear complained, and they went to Twitter, and an entire intramural project is gone. Intramural is like volunteers. It's like you're not good enough to have a scholarship or play for the school, so they allow activities. It's basketball, there's hockey, there's softball, gymnastics. It's a plethora of sports for you to find out. And they probably would even have naked chess.
Oh.
So there is something for everyone to do. So if you can't skate, you don't get to cancel hockey. And, all the people who play hockey been playing hockey their whole life. Yeah, it's not a sport you just pick up.
Yeah.
But they have other ones for that. So, again, this is what happens when the woke get on and the schools get afraid of Twitter. They need to realize there's a reason why Musk slowed his roll when he figured out there's about maybe 30% of it's bots. Mm-hmm. Stop subscribing to this stuff. And listen, unless you're from Kenya, you can be non-binary, cyber, AI, you're not winning the marathon.
What if I identify as Kenyan?
You are going to bring shame to the Kenyans.
What's wrong, Kat?
Get him, Kat.
How much time do you have?
But I mean, you know what's interesting? They're saying hockey is somehow like not safe to people's emotions.
It's not, okay, my
It's not safe,
feelings
period.
were hurt by hockey, though.
What?
I grew up Canada adjacent.
Yes.
Okay? Hockey's a big deal in Michigan. I'm one of, I have 2 siblings. Both of them played ice hockey. Mm-hmm. My brother played ice hockey. My sister played ice hockey. I have, negative athletic ability. Mm-hmm. I can't, I'm a danger to myself and others when I try. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't stay home alone. So you know what I did? I had to go and I ran the scoreboard. And you know what? Was it embarrassing? Yes. But it also made it a lot easier to be embarrassed as an adult because my threshold was higher. So I'm glad that, they didn't cancel all the hockey just because I couldn't hockey, or as we called it, hacky.
Interesting. I didn't know they called it hockey. But it's so funny because, I mean, to find a full set of teeth, you'd have to get, like, how many players together?
Yeah,
Right?
well.
So, I mean, but that's like you're worried about emotions and feelings. And is there any way you can tie this to the Queen? Being British.
That's a hard one. I'm going to turn that one down. Upsetting all my family in one go.
Exactly.
I think this is all about jealousy. I think when it comes down to it, it's that people who are jealous, they're not good at sport, have a lot of power on Twitter and other places. I can't skate to save my life. It's $20, $30 for me to fall smack dab on my face, break my teeth, have everyone laugh at me. Doesn't mean I think hockey should be shut down. I couldn't wrestle with tires. Doesn't mean I think wrestling should be shut down.
Oh, I'd like to see that, though.
Yeah. For enough money, I'll... But it's all just about power and jealousy.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, though. We can't shut down people's stuff because they're not good at anything.
Yeah.
So they can go after the hockey players, they can go after writers, they can go after actors, but you can't go after them because all they're good at is starting fires on Twitter.
And attacking women.
Yeah,
Because who's going to be X'd out? Women.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Maybe the Boston Marathon is trying to get ahead of the problem by saying, like, by creating another category so there isn't a problem.
So you're telling me we went from everybody gets a trophy to everybody gets a penis? That's amazing. No,
You're just playing blue tonight.
I'm not. I told you, it's the dirty outfit. But do you remember we were telling this joke 2 weeks ago when we were talking about student loan forgiveness? And I said, I'm not worried about tuition. My son's 6'5". He's going to get a women's basketball scholarship.
Right.
Okay. But think about that. That night, people were tweeting at us, how dare you, you're mocking this, but that's exactly what's going on. Men are running in the women's marathon. My cat is going to win the Westminster Dog Show in 5 years.
No. I am going to win the Westminster Dog Show. I can run so fast on all fours. It's amazing. And I'll be the smartest dog there. Why can't I? Why can't I identify as a dog?
I'm into it. I think it's great. But this is the scam of the whole thing, especially when it comes back to hockey, okay? We don't care if it's the whitest, the blackest, or anything in between. We just want the best. Think of the NBA. NBA 73% black. NFL 70% black. Major League Baseball predominantly white and Latino. But none of us bitch because we're there to watch the best players. If you're going to bitch at an NFL game, you're going to bitch because it's $22 a beer. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to care because there's a white guy bringing it or a black guy bringing it. That's all I'm saying.
Fair point.
Not according to them. They were like, that, Jimmy. Stick with the transgender
It's a very
stuff.
fickle audience tonight. Have you noticed this?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.